morning. I swear a lot.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. This case is stupid. I love it. Let's have a look into it. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Was he even sleeping? Who can truly say? Dare say, is that a vending machine? Can we get some snacks? So let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Ah, it's so normal. What was I doing here again? I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Hey, look! Samurai soda! Oh, I'd drink the shit out of samurai soda. Let's go. Nick, try this. Ladies first. I want samurai soda. Why the fuck am I even here if I don't get to try samurai soda? Fine. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this, and be accused of murder and be arrested and have your wife leave you. Man, that sounds so cool. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. That's no excuse. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Oh, T-bone steak! That would have hit the spot. What, if they hadn't finished it, were you just gonna fucking devour it like some kind of scavenging rodent? You just had a burger! Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. She has a second stomach just for steak. I have a second stomach just for chip buddies. That's different. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Perhaps there was some camera? I doubt it. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Hey, Cyberpunk 2077's ready to play, woohoo. That's what I'm doing tonight. I got the DLC as well, and I can finally play it not on a PS4 at launch, which was fucking horrendous, by the way. It was very much a case of, man, this game is fucking broken, but I know there's a good game in here somewhere, and now I get to play it as a good game, so I'm excited. Wait, Q slide? Oh, fuck! What is this? The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. You're a kid. Watching 10-year-old children's shows. There's a lovely big mural thing, which is probably what they use for the backgrounds, or like big establishing shots of locations. That looks neat. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Yeah, a backdrop, that's what they are. I couldn't remember what they're called. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. Yeah, I imagine it would be. That's where it took place. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? You're aware, but fucking exercise is cringe. Can't be asked. Except I do, but I don't want to, and I think that's the key point. When you get to my age, you need to start working those legs. You get old and slow. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. We're looking for evidence, Maya. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spit. That's the murder weapon. You don't need a spit. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Both excellent points. Alright, well, let's go in, see what we can find. Oh, it's actually surprisingly clean in here. Go figure. He's not one of those washed-up actors, I see. October 16, Global Studios dressing room. Powers dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. No, there's a picture of the Steel Samurai near the crime scene. There's a big difference! I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. These sure are some outfits. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'm not gonna let you wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Wow. Come on, Nick. She's only a kid. Be nice. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. I've never worked at a place where they just gave you snacks. Closest I've had is working for Sweetman, and he's like, hey man, do you want something to eat? And I'm like, yeah, thank you so much, buddy. I genuinely appreciate it. Some tea and cookies. I want tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. Hang on, you have 3 stomachs. How many stomachs does this girl have? This is why we're going out of business, because I can't afford to fill all the stomachs you have. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. There might be a bomb or something. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. We're used to stealing evidence. What difference does it make? Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record. Card key for studio employees. Grants entry into Studio 1. She's getting the hang of this, though, you gotta say. She already knows to just take shit and use it as evidence or to get more evidence. I wonder what else is in Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. She learned from the best. You. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how could you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. What's wrong with samurai movies? They're fucking cool, man. Nick, I don't think you need to be such a stick in the mud, alright? I think you need to get over it. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. But you always get upset whenever anyone points out it's spiky. He starts freaking out. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Oh, can we prove it? Like, is there a little nightcap under the pillow or something? I need more evidence than a disheveled blanket. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window very much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. That might be relevant if they're like, he climbed out his window, and I'll be like, bullshit, he never leaves his window, he's a fucking weirdo. Is there anything else in here? Nope, I think the card key is all we need. Okay, move on. Yeah, employee area. Move on. The studio main gate. Swiftly moving along. Outside Studio 1. Hey, buddy. Always happy to see you, but moving on. Studio 1, I'm going in. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in, check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep. Opened. Alright, we're in. You're not allowed. I'm a cop. Hey, where you going? Hey, you can't go there. Hey. And we're gone. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape is so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. Murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me, surprisingly. Shocking that all the words that just came out of my mouth were true, or perceived to be true at this exact moment. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Neo Mount Fuji. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? How can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Sure. Was Neo Oda Nobunaga there as well? Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. I would like a rich camera, please. Yeah, so don't touch it. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. Hello, ma'am. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers and thieves unofficially. Oh, you're WP's people. Dub P, we like to call him. Dub P? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. Huh, yes. Very quick on the uptake. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for Dub P, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. We're professionals. That's how I said. I'm gonna continue examining the scene though, if you don't mind. Despite my assistant nearly destroying a camera. Wow, look at that camera, it must cost a ton. Yeah, don't touch it. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Yeah. She nearly did it again. Wonderful. Look, a ladder. I could do with a ladder. That's a step ladder. Children. I honestly didn't know the difference until now. I thought a step ladder was a teeny one and a normal ladder was a bigger one. But yeah, no, it occurs to me that that would be a step ladder because it has steps on it. But the point is, I didn't know before this moment. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. I think you're just far behind, Nick. I don't know. You're 24, but you got the brain mindset of a 36-year-old. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. I think they were used for video-audio syncing purposes, weren't they? I don't know. I'm not too familiar. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Uh-huh. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. Come on, man. She's a kid. She's having fun. Be nice. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. I feel like if you know the name, you kind of know what it does, but I'm guessing you didn't know the name, so now that I've told you the name, you kind of know what it does. Ergo, the reflecting screen, used for reflecting light. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. Or maybe the director, Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai directing director. I'm the samurai and the director. And also the sound guy or gal. I think she's being serious. Maya is always being serious. Maya is a very serious person, as we've seen. Let's have a look at this little crime section. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Maybe? He did have a weirdly clean hole in his chest when it happened. It was just like a perfectly circular hole with no blood. Now, maybe they did that because they were like, oh hey, this game is not really don't want the age rating to go too high, but it was a bit weird. Alright, I assume you're the assistant, but I don't actually know. Time? I don't have any evidence, really. Maybe you can tell me something about... Oh, I'll show you my badge, naturally. Any thoughts about this? Sorry, I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. Helpful. What about the autopsy? What's about this? No, you don't even care about it. Okay, well, I need to ask you questions, ma'am. Where were you on the day of the crime? Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? These people are poor as shit. Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. I only just noticed that old bag was there being like, ah! She loved that shit. Dub P and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. They were eating food and chilling. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw Dub P go into his dressing room, but I didn't see either of them after that. Interesting, interesting. So you did see him go into his dressing room, but there's still no confirmation that he was taking a nap. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of a girl do you think I am? It's a fucking question, dude. Chill. What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? You just offended someone and we still haven't found anything. Dub P was the only one who came to the studio. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him that now as well. Then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. What's that on Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. We're fresh out of leads. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Ooh. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue! A lead! Oh, well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. I'm also psychic, by the way. You sensed? Yeah, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone could come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. It's even less than not evidence. It's purely just a feeling that someone might have been here, otherwise known as something completely and utterly worthless in court. We can't use that. No, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. That is true. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Yeah, but tell us a bit more, because that's really not a lot to go on. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yeah, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Or a testimony, as we like to call it. Nick, what about a security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. That's true. Alright, well, let's go have a look then. Can't stop talking to old bag. My throat can't take it. October 16, Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Oh, really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Give me 2 years, at least. Yeah, well, we'll see about what you are when we find out the knowledge for the crime. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from the outside here that day. What? Are you implying that in my old age and through the haze of 50 cigarettes, I might not have seen someone? Because that's nonsense. Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Well, my soaps were on and, Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? I'm preparing my psycho crusher. Alright, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant at Studio One. Way to rat her out, Maya. Jesus Christ. Ha! She's not even a full-time employee! All you young'uns are like that nowadays. Tomorrow saying this the other thing. I knew a thing about respect. Shame you youths are just... Ah! She left. Okay. Well, Nick, what do you mean, well, Nick? You just dropped the assistant in it. That doesn't help us at all. This is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. That's true, actually. Good job, Maya. Well done. I hadn't thought of that. The computer that runs studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Nah, just go home. I better not fool around with this or that security lady will get me. Maybe next time. What? You're not gonna look at it? But come on, we've done way riskier shit than this. Boring. Luckily, that doesn't lock me out of trying. Yeah, let's try the computer. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Yeah, what year? Oh yeah, this came out in like 2001 or something. It was really long time ago, so computers were still relatively... They weren't common knowledge, I guess. Not everyone knew how to use one back then. I sure as shit didn't, but then again, it was 2001, 7. So, yeah. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. They searched the number of the security camera. It was ST1703. There, entered. Nothing happened. Huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Maybe we should go look at that camera again? No, fuck that. Just fucking... There's 3 options, alright? It's not gonna take that long. I'll just do it. I'll just do it. I'm gonna go 307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. That is the Steel Samurai. Oh. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Yeah, we have no idea whether or not that's Will Powers. Well, he is the one who always wears that suit, but that doesn't mean he was wearing it at that time. That's not proof. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. October 15, 2 p.m, photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. It's been deleted. Powers, ? Photo added to the court record. Hey, Nick, can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Not really. Neither side can, to be honest. Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. I am a lawyer. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? Are we? Are you sure we can't go around and ask people questions with the photo? Are we... to be fair, don't reveal your hand. Yeah, I get it. But, yeah, to be fair, the assistant could also be the murderer. We don't know yet. Old Bag could be the murderer. We don't know yet. And we don't really want to show it to Gumshoe, because then he'll know what we know, and we don't want him to know what we know, so we know that he doesn't know what we know, so that we can know what he doesn't know. Or know that he knows what he knows, because he knows, but he doesn't know that we know what he knows, so he doesn't know to know that we know what he knows, you know? Yeah. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Maybe. But why would she kill Hammer? She loves Hammer. Yeah, I'll save progress. We've still got a fair bit of time left, I think. So if we can go into court, I hope so, because that'll be fun. I love court in this game. Court. Yeah, trial! Let's go! I love trial. Trial is so much fun. October 18, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. We love District Court. Said no one ever. Oh, Edgeworth again, really? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers, can I say? Huge fan, by the way. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And you're looking fabulous today, sir. Oh, thank you. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Well, open and shut case. Yep, let's go home. Very well, I'd like to move on to some testimony, or testimony as we all started calling it. Mr. Edgeworth, prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Oh, it's our boy. I hate being here. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This area is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Because Mr. Hammer had like a weird, perfectly circular hole in his chest. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. And that's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? I love telling stories. Should I listen to that whole thing again? I'll skip it if there's nothing interesting, but I'm gonna listen again. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine, once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Holy shit, fuck you. You can't do that in court. Also, why would you offer to say it again and then be a dick if someone's like, yeah, actually, could you run that by us one more time? Yeah, live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Understand this case, graphs layout, employee area.
A few moments later.
Well, that's the case in brief. I skipped through that for everyone at home who actually paid attention the first time. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Listen again. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I was hoping he'd say something different. Okay, fine.
A few.
Anyone like to hear that again? Nah, I'm good. I think I can probably remember that. I have heard it 3 times now. So the murder weapon was a spear. Good, practical. How medieval. Sure. Samurai spear added to the court record. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite shrimple if you ask one question. And that question is, who took my brownie? What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. I love being in court. Will the witness declare her name? No. Yes, please, ma'am, no smoking in court. My, aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Why are you trying to... why are you being like, oh, you're so handsome, call me your grandma, you fucking... Alright. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. I should tease him about this later. Wendy Old Bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. Even when I was young, I was an old bag, but not really. Still, how the other children make fun of me. Believe it, but there was this boy who captured the chest. He called me an old bag as well. Can you use an objection to cut someone off if they're yammering? I guess you can. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. Fucking hell. I couldn't even keep up. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. My wife's always been a straight talker. Straight to the point. It's why we get along so well. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you?
You know your stuff, dearie.
I do, yes. How I got this position. You may begin your testimony. Sorry, testimony. Sorry, Edgeworth. It will catch on, I swear. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Don't be rude, Phoenix.
Witness's account. On the day of the moida, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m.
Nothing we have contradicts that. Yep, okay, as you were.
Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning, like moida, but different to this one, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, it was 1 a.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the moida happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
Did it? Hang on, let's get confirmation. That's correct, yep.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
Ah, but we can't prove that. You saw the defendants then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Boy, am I looking forward to this one. This is gonna be funny. Witness's account. Now, I'm thinking, you know, on previous occasions, I've always been very, you know, forward and antagonistic, and I'm thinking that this time I might take a more reserved approach and really think about what I'm gonna do before. Hold it! So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio?
Well, there wasn't a security guard at this gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get in.
Right, the card key that I have, that I stole. Probably shouldn't tell anyone I have that. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning.
Hold it! A run through?
They were working out a scene between a steel samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. What a fucker he is. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon?
I had some errands to run that morning.
Hold on, one of those errands, you gotta tell us. What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know, moida, mostly.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. Well, now you can't because the villain's dead and the protagonist is going to prison. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not bad idea.
Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. Why?
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock.
Hold it! So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Oh, of course! I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just I've seen you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Cops do it, why can't I? Snipper-wapper.
Snipper-wapper? Oh, Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? The silent witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
Did it? You tell me. How'd you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Fucking excuse me?
Oh, fuck you. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m.
Hold it. 2 p.m., you're sure?
Sure as spit. I can spit pretty far.
Well, who was the man? I'm personally invested now.
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something.
Fucking excuse me?
Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
Hold it. So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Go wax in your ears, sonny.
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Well, actually, what you saw was someone wearing a Steel Samurai costume, not specifically Powers. Objection! Wait, I pressed the wrong button. Get him, Nick!
Objection!
Bam! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. Sorry. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Phoenix Wright. I was listening. Hang on, wait, where are we now? Let me see that photo. You never shared with me before the case. Oh, chiseled. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo World Tokyo. Did I have to say that in such a cringy manner? Maybe. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Even Edgeworth's like, ah, shit. I can't work with that. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Gah! I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. Even the judge is getting sassy. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Humph! Nosy old man! Of course I have proof.
What? Hold up. Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? What happening? The prosecution would like to ask the old... the witness... Please make known all of the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you, asking me questions. I feel my psycho crusher charging again. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then, please.
Witness testimony, the man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
That's actually pretty observant. Gotta give her credit. So it sprained his ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I don't want to hear that. Would he have been capable of murdering someone with a sprained ankle, though? Like, he goes for the lunge and Hammer just steps back. Like, Hammer isn't defenseless. He's pretty strong. He's like an action actor. They have to be in pretty good shape because he seems to do his own stunts and sequences. Then again, that's all conjecture, and that doesn't really hold up in court. So, Okay. Never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Hold it!
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I was postulating a question. I was formulating it in my brain. I hadn't even put it out into the world yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today always wanting about each other, pointing fingers this way and that, and make an old lady want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match.
That morning during the run-through of the action scene, hold it!
Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me, the beautiful darling in distress.
And what exactly were you doing? I'm not sure I want to know, actually.
Observing, just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then?
I saw Powers trip and fall.
Hold it! Trip and fall?
Yeah, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Oh, thank goodness, there was proper first aid on scene. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where's the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony. God, even I've forgotten my own thing.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
Hold it. Which one did he break? He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Okay.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Yeah, did he though? Or was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Bust the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot? Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me. Why did you kiss his ankle? What? That's not proper medical treatment, and it's gross. He's been sweating and probably wearing shoes. Ew. Which is? Where's the Steel Samurai costume now? They may raise a very good point, actually. Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right, but it's a bit unsatisfying, don't you think? Usually, Mr. Wright has a big twist up his sleeve and leaves us all speechless. So I'm kind of waiting on that right now. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object! Haha! Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, we have yet to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. Honestly, I'm just buying time until Mr. Wright does something cool. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor, with this updated autopsy report. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? Testimony.
No need to ask twice.
He's like, I didn't. Witness's account continued. God, there's a lot to analyze, isn't there?
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true?
Yeah?
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
That's a good point. It's hard to get around that. So if no one else went to the studio, it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. I'm really trying to give the defense a chance here, but it seems pretty open and shut. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, let's see what we got here then. Witness count continued. Okay. The time of poor. Hold it! How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Yeah?
I saw go to the studio. Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking. Right, but that doesn't mean nobody. Which means nobody suspicious looking.
No one else went there.
Do I have anything I can do? I only have that. He's dragging one leg, a murder weapon, card key, guide map, time of death, and my attorney badge. Okay. Hold it! What about before you got to the gas station?
You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gates so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Are you sure? Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. It's true. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, Edgey-Boy.
Edgey-Boy? Ew. Old windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps?
The time of poor Hammer's death was...
Oh, God, am I actually supposed to make something work with this? Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. But I've done all the pressing I can do. Do I have anything? I feel like I should be doing something here, but I don't know what. None of my evidence suggests. There's gotta be something, though. It can't just be nothing. Usually, if you don't have anything you can do after you've pressed all of the details, they just move on. Hold it. Are you sure? Witness answer the question. Witness, that's right, Sonny. Edgey-Boy. Skipping over important details, forgetting them, how convenient, something for you to look forward to, perhaps. And just to clarify, 2:30 was the death, yeah. Only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. The statements from pressing are clearly giving hints, but there's nothing directly linked to a press because it gives you the option, or it alters the witness's testimony to reflect the new information if there is new information for you to jump on. What about before you got to the gas station? Before 1 o'clock? Everyone was in the employee area before then. How locked the main gates, no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Yeah, no. So if you go to the end, then you talk to Maya and you do that little thing. And then it comes back here. Which means I've got to make an action. There's got to be something to present. This is tricky. I'm not actually sure. I'm at a bit of a loss here. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Ooh. I feel like it's maybe something more obvious than I think, or more simple than I think, but the logic just doesn't carry. If they had, I would have seen them. Well, yeah, how do I argue with that? She would have. Presumably, we can't prove she wouldn't have seen anything. Yeah, time of Paul Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. Only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. And she's operating under the continued assumption that the person in this photo is Will Powers. We've already discussed that it might not be. We're not trying to prove that... We're not trying to make that statement anymore. We're trying to say something that would perhaps, I don't know, imply that someone other than Powers went there, but there's nothing. Based on Phoenix's conversation with Maya, the implication I'm getting here is that something she's saying right now is, based on the information already established, wrong, right? And I guess the idea is he's going to try and, like, press her on it, point out the mistake, to kind of get her to crack a bit and, you know, or I don't know, just question the integrity of the statement, but I can't think of anything that's incorrect. It almost feels like you're supposed to get this wrong, but I feel like A, that would be fairly counterintuitive in terms of gameplay mechanics, and B, if that were the case, we'd have Phoenix being like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, there'd be a little bit of an indication where it's like, the game would try and reinforce the fact that you have no grounds to stand on and you just take a wild guess. This is the only piece of evidence that implies someone going there. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite. No one suspicious. All I can think of... No one else went there. Present this. I guess... Let me look at it again. Only person I saw go to the studio before then, time of the motor... the statements all line up, and showing this just confirms it feels like, but it's the only thing I can think of that's remotely relevant. Objection, I guess. Objection! What about this? Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Thanks. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 5th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Oh yeah, I suppose that is a salient point, isn't it?
Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, sonny?
Actually, I knew that too, thank you. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Oh shit, I've stumbled into it. Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this fee, Mr. Wright. I feel like I already explained it, Your Honor, but okay. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for 1 of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
Doy! You watch your mouth, whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Yes, that's what it would seem to mean if you were stupid and had a small penis.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgey-Boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Huh, some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. I actually have to explain myself now, don't I? Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Mr. Old Bag? Did you snap? What? This doesn't usually happen.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered something. Convenient, no?
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai, which you have absolutely refused to mention until this exact moment.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way, and it would be true.
Oh, I see. Your testimony, please. I'll call my wife. Hi, honey. Yep, you know the drill. See you later. Love you. Bye. The other person.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do, and that's kiss the boo-boos on the actors when they fall over. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see.
That seems like a massive breach of security.
Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
That's not what you're supposed to do. Miss Old Bag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
God damn, she's playing the court so hard. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. I don't know what the fuck you could even hope to find, but good luck. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Yeah. The other person. Time to press.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other employment.
What is it? Another job?
That's right, I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos the security camera takes.
Do you back up all of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
Uh-huh.
There aren't any photos that are suspicious looking, you see.
And what metric is that? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Old Bag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Okay.
Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out a photo that day. What was it?
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
Huh, a fanboy.
A fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? Oh, she's fucked it now.
I locked the main gate so no one could get in.
Those were your words.
Well, yeah. If you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
That's true, we found it.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy. Probably second or third grade.
What? Order! Let me get this straight, because apparently someone has to. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai, dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Oh yes, well, we see this type there every day. Can't stop them, can't catch them.
A boy in second or third grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. I tried. I did some moves. Hurt my back.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess, because this shit is wild, dude. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Please? I said please. Good lordy Lou. October 18, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? It's not like I worked there or anything. The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? Probably in prison, considering the way things are going. Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right, yeah, pin the blame on someone else. I like it. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. That's because I'm not. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. God damn. Now, I think the person we need to at least pin it on to buy more time would be the assistant. She's not accounted for a lot of the time, and she doesn't have an alibi. The security guard does. As much as you might want to pin it on her at the moment, it's probably not her. And there's probably no way to make it seem like it's her either. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth will present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Well, that would get me home in time for dinner. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim because it would mean I would lose. I don't want to lose. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Bah. Order! Interesting. Oh, let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Oh, I love stakes. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? I'm worried if I say the assistant girl, they'll be like, yeah, but we didn't see her on camera. You know? And then that's it. But then again, the assistant girl could have gone there in costume. She was there to see Powers hurt his leg. She had access to the costume and was still on site. I'm gonna say the assistant girl and hope that I don't get penalized for it. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. I'm losing confidence in that statement as we go on, but you know. Objection! I don't have any proof. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, bad feeling time. Well, she was there. She saw it happen, didn't she? Or did she?
Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Powers and Paul Hammer at the run-through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant? Oh, shit.
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
Ah, bollocks. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. I forgot she wasn't there. But she could walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. Whoops. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright? This fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Come on. Just one more chance. Very well, go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers? It's got to be a security lady, surely, because she was there, had access to the costume, could have erased the footage, the picture. Look, worst case scenario, I'm not going to lose the court case over this. I've got 3 options. Security lady, fuck it. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Oh! Steel Samurai's dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
I dare say. Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Did you do it? You have to admit it if you did.
Oldbag, that's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Well, why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? To disguise herself, obviously. Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. Oh, I see. That's pretty clever. You should have said that the first time. It would have been more convincing. Oh, excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. We're gonna ignore the fact that you fucked it up the first time. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Please ignore everything about the first accusation I made. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump in with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Still thinking about who took my brownies. Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgey-Boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? Give Granny a break. See, I'm actually torn because I feel like we've achieved what we need to. We have achieved what we need to. If we press further, then Miles will just counterattack and that'll be that, because we have no proof that Oldbag actually did it. We just have enough to place suspicion. But there's nothing in our evidence that suggests she actually did it. Give Granny a break. I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. As sure, the witness could conceivably have committed this crime. As we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. Oh, if he removes her considerations, that means Mr. Power is it. Sorry, Windbag, but I don't have a choice. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, wasn't it? He's just a child.
That doesn't matter, except it did before when I deleted the footage. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops.
No thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and means your elders' day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed, let us see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Fucking do I? Is it not just the photo? Or is it just simply the fact that the spear is too big?
Take that!
Let's give it a go. Your Honor! The murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Ooh. The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Oh, very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Miss Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Bye-bye. God, I am starving. Oh, it's just hit me how hungry. Oh, god damn you.
Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Old Bag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony again?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
And we'll find out what that is next time, ladies and gentlemen. Suspense, drama, oh, a cliffhanger. I love it. Also, I'm just become absolutely racked with hunger to the point where I feel faint and am sweating. So I need to go eat, or I'm gonna die. I will die, and then there'll be a case about who killed me, and the answer, the perpetrator of the crime actually will be Old Bag because she kept talking and then I died of starvation. So we need to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to our members and patrons: Cryolytic, Abyssal Angie, Grand Captain General Peace, Meanbag Beanbag Turtle, Malignant Humor, Zanael, Cuds, Kana Samaria, Poe, Pork Chocolate Breck, Scrubby Doo, Lifesteal, Mega Mr. Z-Man, Unclever Name, Lumen, Crystalite, Summercat, Flanny, Painter Dragoon, Lyle the Hacksire, Lip Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harrod J, Dressos, Lol, Final Legend, Etherbin, Linky, Sion Cedar, Bimbleward, Majoko, Maimu, Now Kia, Honey Lawless, Sweet Baby Red, Jess Kitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Lepel Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, Monsoon, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T100 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching. I would wax lyrical more right now, but I am so hungry. And I need to go eat. But I'm looking forward to next time. I'm enjoying the series in general very much. I really like it. Whatever happens next time, I hope I see you there. Toodles, goodbye. I need a sandwich.